The report on the scrutiny of servers, ballot boxes and ballots as per the orders of the court was discussed in court this Friday, with lawyers from all the parties giving differing opinions on what that 178-page document entails. Leila Mohammed has been in court and also sieved through that critical document in this case and brings us the highlights.
Events unfolding at the Forodha House building and anniversary towers mid this week saw more than 30 individuals connected to the Supreme case sit through more than 30 hours of scrutinizing key elements raised in affidavits of persons supporting the presidential petitions.
We also did say in the body of our order that we would not encourage a fishing expedition, and that the request needed to be specific, and that given the 14-day timeline, the court would only allow reasonable, practical and helpful orders.
That process produced a two-pronged report released late Thursday evening, which was scrutinized by legal teams of all players, each one giving a different understanding of the contents of that report.
I will adopt this report in entirety. See, for maybe a few comments I would have, but that's bickering over a minute, my lord.
It is natural that errors, especially in counting, tabulation, are bound to occur.
The court sought to investigate several issues. They ordered IEBC to give the applicants supervised access to any servers at the National Tallying Center and certified copies of penetration tests conducted on the IEBC election technology system prior to and during the 2022 general election.
Mission that IEBC abrogated their duty. IEBC was not in charge in terms of the technical component, and that is why my brother Willis said they played picky ponky.
Grant and supervised access to the live server through an interactive session. All their concerns and questions were exhaustively answered through querying of server for logs, not by mouth, not by explanation, by their own queries to the server.
This cannot be from the same server that ran the just concluded general election, and the image of the server was not provided.
Lawyers of the petitioners say that despite the report showing that much of this was granted, it wasn't to their satisfaction and need. IEBC was also asked to avail ballot boxes for specific polling stations in an affidavit for inspection, scrutiny and recount. They were also asked to provide certified copies of Forms 32A and 34C Book 2 used in the impugned election.
To be accountable, and even requires the IEBC to preserve electoral material in a safe manner. When this has not been done, your leadership and honorable judges of the Supreme Court, we submit that that is a clear breach of the Constitution, and no accountability can then arise in the event where such issues have arisen.
According to that report, there were issues with Forms 34A. Some had no stamps, others were blank, and unused forms ended up in the ballot boxes. There was also the issue of unused Form 34A 2 of 2 found in some of the boxes. The question of the second booklet of the Form 34A also played out in court.
When you start questioning, when you start tracing, you will only be meeting genuine forms. In 2017, when we were questioning, we were meeting fake forms. He threw an extra 46,000 genuine forms into our elections in the hands of people who could not account for them.
In some ballot boxes, some rejected ballots had writings instead of the official marks used by the IEBC. One voter decided to express the party they wished to vote for with the writing of Arsenio. In most of these boxes, there was no issue of variance between results captured in Form 34A and the findings of the recount. Most ballot boxes were also intact and sealed. Even then, some seals had issues with the serial numbers from point of closure and as they were presented at the court. In that report, the registrar indicated that in 6 areas the expected ballot boxes were not produced before the court for verification and scrutiny. Leila Mohammed, NTV.